Hey, what's happening, Nation? It's Joku. I know I'm going to end up catching a good bit of hell for this video, but I really think it would help the team, so I wanted to go ahead and put it out there and get your guys' opinions on it and let me know what you think. Before we jump into it, Cam Newton got released today. I will tell you right now, if he ends up going to the Chargers, we need to be very cautious of that team. They have completely jacked that defense. They have the wide receivers on the outside. They could easily draft a running back, and if they put Cam Newton back there and he's healthy, I will tell you that team is going to be completely different than what we faced the past few years with them having Phillip Rivers. He lost it about 2 seasons ago, so those games are always kind of not really easy because we always play each other tough, but I always was pretty confident about it. But if they end up going out there and getting Cam Newton and starting him instead of Tyrod Taylor, it is going to dramatically change that team. So keep your eye out for that because that could be big. But let's jump into the part that I'm going to get probably yelled at by you guys for, but I really don't care because I do think this would be a good plan if we went out there and pulled this off. With our 12th and 19th round pick, I know a lot of us, I've said it myself, I want one of those 2 wide receivers, and I want Kenneth Murray. But I started thinking about it, started looking into it, started reading some different articles. I could really see us going secondary on defense in this first round. And I think we'd be able to trade back probably that 19 pick and still be able to get one of these guys and get somebody's later round first, plus maybe a 5th round pick so they could go out there and get their guy. So hear me out here. Our defensive line, we addressed it. We added to it. We made some big additions. I'm not going to fully break these guys down, but I think we've pretty much answered our defensive line. Our linebacker core right now is insanely good. We have 2 of the best cover corners or cover linebackers in the NFL right now. Kwiatkowski and Littleton are insane. And we still have Markel Lee behind him. I know a lot of you guys are down on him. That dude has a ton of talent. I just hope he can get past that injury bug. And we still have Morrow out there. So we could go out there with one of our late round picks and pick up another linebacker, and I think we'd be okay with it. Because I really don't see us taking a linebacker in the first anymore. But then when you go to the secondary of our defense, we have 2 major holes back there, and we could fill them both in this first round, and it would be dramatically different out there. I wanted to start off talking about C.J. Henderson. He's from the Gators. He's 6'1", 202. He had 26 solo tackles last season, 11 passes defended. He had 1 sack, and he didn't have any picks. This kid reminds me so much of Mullins. It's insane, like truly, truly insane. And if you could have a Mullins on each side of your defense at your cornerback position, there's not one of us out there that would not take that shit in a heartbeat. So I really think Henderson going at that 12 spot, which really we might be able to trade back a few spots and still end up nabbing him. Because I'll say it right now, if Okudah drops, we'll take him at 12, of course. But if he's not out there, CJ's the next best one on the board. And I'd really like to see that because I think it would solidify our cornerbacks. We'll have to deal with some of that rookie bullshit that happens where they make a misread. And that is what it is, but I'd be willing to take that. And I think we'd go ahead and just have not 2 shutdown corners because these guys would be young, but we'd have 2 corners that can go out there and make the play and 2 corners that actually have the speed to keep up with the wide receivers that we're playing against, man. Because in the AFC West, we're playing against some huge wide receivers. There's some big, big dudes out there. So, and they're fast, like incredibly fast. And that's the other thing about CJ. CJ is insanely fast. So I think it would be really good for us to go ahead and get a cornerback right there. Hey, what's up, Kirby? What's up, Fierce? Bryce Hall is good, but the injury injured him. Yeah, that's true. Fierce, we need a veteran quarterback, though. Henderson, to me, isn't worth a 12th round pick to me. And he's not to me either. But I'm saying, I think that's one of those picks we'd be able to trade back and then get a little bit of extra value on the back end of it. Kirby, oh no. We need a cornerback that can cover good. And that Mullins can cover good. He proved that last season. And Henderson is Mullins. So I really think that these 2 guys would go out there. And I think the payoff would be greater than their rookie mistakes. Or his rookie mistakes, I should say. So let me know about that. But the other one, and I'll tell you right now, I'm super excited about this guy. I truly think that we'll be able to get him and be able to trade back for him. But the way the draft board works out, if we can't trade back for him, I would still take this dude at 19. It's Xavier McKinney out of Alabama. He is 6'1". He's 200 pounds. He had 59 solo tackles last season, 4 forced fumbles, 3 picks, and 5 passes defended. This dude is a beast, like a true beast. And I'll tell you right now, if you had McKinney and Abrams sitting in the middle of your defense on that back end, that would put fear into every team that we played against, because both these dudes are just straight thumpers, like just straight thumpers. But McKinney can cover. He can cover well, and he can take some of those big tight ends out of these games that we're playing against. I am super excited about him. I think he's going to be probably in the top 25. I mean, he'll definitely be in the top 25, but even if we do just slip back a few spots just to grab him, or just not even slips back, because, I mean, if he's out there at 19, and especially if we did something with our pick 12 already, I want him. I want him on this team so badly. It would be such a huge addition. If we can't score points, we won't beat Casey. That is true. And but that's what everybody's been talking about. This thing's so deep in the wide receivers. And I mean, Mayock said it, Gruden said it. I kind of think they're full of shit, because I've seen some of these first-round receivers go out there and have damn good seasons and just be able to make that one play throughout a game that totally turns the tide for the entire game to where we end up getting momentum and winning it. So, I don't know, though. I want to be able to have a shutdown defense. But we do. We'll still need a wide receiver at that point. If we go out there and get one late, or we pull some blockbuster trade on draft day, which I do not see happening, either way, we still won't have a number one wide receiver on this team next season. That's something we're about to have to face completely if we don't get one of these guys. So, let's get Jerry Jeudy, Clowney. Oh, what's happening, Kenny? I don't think we have the money for Clowney right now. I think we're pretty damn low on our cap right now. I know there's a lot of dudes that we can release that don't matter, that are just on the bottom tier of this thing, that are all making like $600,000 a year. So, I mean, you could pitch a few of those guys off and get a little bit extra money. I don't think we need Clowney, to be honest with you. I think our defensive line is looking pretty damn good. I'm not going to downgrade Clowney at all, but I just don't think we have the money to go out there and get him and bring him onto the team. So that kind of sucks about him, but it is what it is. But if we could solidify this secondary, and then it'll suck, because, I don't know, who do you guys think would be our number one wide receiver? I think we can get a dude in the third round that can just go out there and streak the field every time. That'll at least force them to open up and not play the 8-man box on us that we've seen so many times before. It drives me insane. Because I'll tell you right now, for as awesome as a player as Josh Jacobs is, once they start stacking 8 in the box and he's seeing that shit every single week, because he started to see it towards the end of last season, it changes, man. So you got to have those receivers that can open it up completely. So maybe we can get in the third round, just get one of those super fast dudes. Like I said, Tyreek Hill was a 5th round pick. Dude came out in the 5th round. And everybody's talking about he's one of the best receivers in the NFL right now. So maybe we just get one of those burner dudes late in this thing and just stick him on the outside and just try to hit him deep once or twice a game, just streaking. But I don't know. I just wanted to put it out there. Let me know what you guys think about it. And then the other thing I wanted to say real quick, what would you guys think if we went out there and got, like, Swift? We traded back in the first round and then ended up picking up Swift. Then we had Swift and Jacobs back there. I think that would be huge to have like a true dual-headed running back scheme out there, especially with Gruden and the tight ends that we have right now. Plus, they could both catch out of the backfield. I don't know. I thought that would be cool as shit. I don't want to dedicate a whole video to it, but I wanted to put it out there for you guys just to see what you guys were thinking about it. Yeah, like Mad Max. Dude, I'm telling you, man. Mad Max, Farrell, you bring Nazib in there, then you got Malik Collins in there now. Dude, that defensive line is going to be straight solid. Like, solid. Maybe Lamb or Jeudy or Jefferson. Those two backs would be good, dude. Those backs would be insane, Renee. Like, insane. I'm telling you right now. And then if one of them went down, you'd still have a true workhorse out there. And if they both stayed healthy, the plays you could come up with out of that would be crazy. Or a DT. I'll tell you, man, now that we got Malik on that team, and then we still have Hall and Hurst and Hankins, I think our defensive tackles are actually looking pretty damn strong right now. Malik was a huge addition to this team. I didn't realize we only signed him to a 1-year contract, so I don't know if there's something with him as far as like attitude or if this is just like a prove it deal. But being that he's only 24, I would have loved to have wrapped that kid up for a longer time. Get Ruggs at 12, trade down the 19th pick to get Xavier, then get a big body wide receiver in the second. That's very possible. I love that dude that's out of Notre Dame. I totally forgot his name, but I think he's somebody that we could end up getting in the second if we did end up doing that. That would be a damn good idea, and I do like that kid a lot. Or a third. Kirby, I agree. Swift is very fast. Swift is insane, dude. I do like that kid. I don't think there's any chance that it would happen. That's why I didn't want to make a video about it, but I still think it would be so cool just to see that out there. I'm still thinking we're taking that A.J. Dillon. I'd really love to get that kid in the 4th round. I know I talked about him before. That kid is a straight... I mean, he's Mike Allstott as a running back, but he's incredibly fast. That kid is insane. Like, truly, truly insane. If you've not seen any tape on that kid, he's from Boston College. Go out there and check it out, because I'm pretty sure he's going to be our 4th round pick out there. So let me know what you think about that. Claypool is his name. Yes, that dude from Notre Dame. Thank you. I like him. I like him a lot, and I really think that he has the size and the speed to where he could be that difference maker on the outside that would do nothing else except just open up this offense more and stop the defense from being able to bunch up on us. But this wasn't going to be a real long video. I got to work tomorrow morning. I just wanted to put it out there. And just got to see what you guys thought about it, about just kind of pushing this straight towards our defense, just trying to push us over the top on defense, because our offense, and shit, they were ranked pretty high in every category last season. It's our defense that was ranking at 31st. I think it was 31st overall in defense. I mean, that shit, you're not going to win games that way. You just truly aren't. So might as well stick a defense out there, put it in Carr's hands, put it in Jacobs' hands, see what they can make happen out there, get the little burner guy, and see if we can push this shit, man, because I'm telling you right now, I think we're going to be able to get us into the playoffs next season. And I'm jacked about it, man. In Mayock we trust. That is the truth. I say Ruggs at 12 and Higgins at 19. And I love those 2 wide receivers in the 1st round. I put that out on a few Facebook things just to kind of get people's reactions of it. And so many people were like, hell yeah, do it. Like, go out there and do it. How often are you going to have that chance going out there in the draft to be able to lock down 2 of the greatest receivers that are in the draft? So, I mean, that shit would be cool, man. It truly would, but I'd rather see our defense jacked, and I'd rather see a young, incredibly fast defense, and we are right on the verge of having it. So that's the only way we're going to be able to stop these teams that we're playing against, especially if we're playing against the NFC South next season. Because I'll tell you right now, being in Atlanta, the Falcons are no joke. When that team starts clicking, they can roll, and they can put up points incredibly fast. And the Bucs having Brady now, we're going to have to deal with that shit. And then we're going to have to play the Saints and Breeze and all that weapons that he has. So it's going to be tough out there. It's going to be a damn good season for us, but I think if we can pull this off and put the right team together, we should be able to gel and really, really compete. That's what I got for you guys. I'm Son Joku. I appreciate everybody that came out. I love having these little chats when we go back and forth when I'm making these videos, so always feel free to comment. But we'll be back at it soon. Catch you guys next time.